everyone, Stacy from Dies to Die For. Welcome to night 17 of December's 25 Dies of Christmas. Tonight I have a rather simple card for you. So I actually made it in two variations for you. I'm going to show you a quick overview of both. Let's start out with the Noel card. First, I'm using an A2 and my slim line is 3.5 by 8.5. For my slim line, I cut a blue piece of paper at 8 by 3 and then a white piece of paper at 2.5 by 7.5. And then for my A2 size, I just used our basic rectangles and I cut these two sizes. I cut one in blue, the bigger one in blue, and the smaller one in white, and then I glued them down onto my white card base. Then let's get all of our pieces out. Then I took our varsity font that has a shadow behind it, and for this particular one, I don't know where the N is, but let's see. Okay, wherever it is. I cut out the shadow in blue and I cut out the letter in white. I did it a little different on the other card, but we'll get to that when I get on that card. And I cut out our, where's our ornament? Our round Christmas ornament has several different layers. I cut out, I think this is the third size. I cut that out and then the top in blue and glued that on there already. And I cut out a snowflake from our snowflake set. I cut this one out. And we're gonna glue the snowflake on the ornament really quick. And I didn't put glue on the edges because you guys know I like to pop stuff up. Or leave it loose, give it a little more free or natural look. Okay, there's my snowflake on that. Let's get the other snowflake on. You could leave your ornament just plain if you wanted. That's the way I originally did it, and then right before I left my house, I thought, it needs a snowflake in the middle. That's why these are not pre-glued, because it was a last-minute decision. Okay. Now that those are all set, the only thing left is to glue your pieces down. Now I'm gonna try something that I learned from somebody else last night that I've never tried. Line your letters up where you want them. Actually, no, you line them up this way, where you would like them on your card. I'm gonna put my card right on the line. Okay, we're both trying this together, so, or we're all trying this together. I'm trying it, you're watching me try it. Because I always have such a hard time lining my letters up once I get them glued. And onto my card base, I have a hard time where I need them to be. Oh, come on, and that doesn't wanna, keeps getting stuck to my finger. Let me tap it a little bit. There we go. Now, is that about where I want them on my card? I think it looks pretty good. Then I'm gonna take some of the delicate purple painter's tape. See it there? I'm gonna take a piece about that long, and then I already know this is for delicate surfaces, but still sometimes it sticks to cardstock. So I have fuzzy pants on, I'm going to take it and stick it on my pants just to get some stuff on there so it's not so sticky. If you have carpet or something, you could stick it on there. And some of you probably already knew this trick, but I did not until I was watching a live last night for My Life in My Craft Room. Thanks for the tip, Lou. Get some glue on there. Okay. Now take your strip and put it about where you want it on your card. Probably. See, I even did it that way and I still think my end needs to move over a little. So I'm not gonna glue him down yet. I'm gonna take him off there. And I'll put him down separately. Oops. Stay down now. When you're taking your tape off, remember to hold your letters down. Let's see. About right there, I think. Let's see how that looks. It needs to go up a little. See, if I would have put it right where it needed to be on the tape the first time, it would be just perfect. Oh, see how much easier that makes that? I'm gonna have to remember that all the time from now on. Okay, there's our A2 card. Or sorry, our slim, why do I keep calling slim lines A2s? I don't know. It's been a long month, I'm tired. I have children who we're trying to homeschool and they're just refusing to sleep at night. So everybody in my house is tired. Okay. Just trying to get these lined up about where I'm gonna want them on my card. I think that looks about good. Let's see. That's my technical way of measuring. Let's see if I can do this one. Stick those down. Stick those down. Then should I put a tape piece? Maybe going like from here to here to keep that spacing. May take a minute to tape these, but it is a lot faster for me to tape them than to figure out exactly where I want them on my card, and then I always put the adhesive on and then decide I want them someplace else, so my card front winds up looking messy. Okay, let's see how this is going to look on here and about where we want these pieces. Maybe like that. Okay, now I'm going to hold my letters down. tape up gently. Be careful around those snowflakes, because remember, we didn't glue the edges down. There we go. 2 nice, simple Noel cards. And all 4 of these cards that I cut the pieces out, I got these all out of 1 piece of blue paper and 1 piece of white paper. So it doesn't take a whole lot of paper to make those cards either. Okay, now that we're done with that, let's move on to our Joy card. For our Joy card, I cut the paper the same dimensions and use the same dies as the last card. I just switched the words up a little bit. And this one I used our ornament trio, this round ornament right there. Gotta have you sideways. Then I'm gonna show you what I did. I wanted these letters and the ornament popped up a little bit. So I took some of the crafting foam, just like this. They just come in sheets, all different colors. And I cut a piece of the crafting foam out and then a white piece of paper for the letters. And the ornament, I cut white crafting foam and then I cut blue for the ornament. But there's 2 ways I did that. And this is my first time using crafting foam too, so a lot of firsts today. One way I did those is I cut out the letter, and this is from our varsity font, Hannah's varsity font. I just cut and my J is still connected together. And my Y that I used in this is not connected together. I had taken it apart, but I taped it back on there so that I could cut the shadow and the letter at the same time. Some of the letters you can do that with, some you can't. Like if you did that with the Q, you wouldn't have a shadow behind this part, but the J and Y, it's fine to do that with. Okay, anyway, I cut 1 set out in the white paper and 1 set out in the crafter's foam, and then I just put glue around the crafter's foam and lined them up, taped them together. And then another way I did it was I took a piece of crafter's foam and a piece of white paper and I glued them together. Maybe. My daughter was using my glue before I left home. They were doing a Christmas tree origami project, so I let her use a little bit of it, but she got a little carried away. Okay, I'm gonna cut that same J out. I'm gonna take my foam and then my white piece of paper. I'm gonna face my white piece of paper down on my J, and I will be right back. I'm gonna cut that out really quick. Move my glue bottle. Okay. You can see there's the foam piece on the back with the J. And I gotta take the little shadow part out. Grab scissors to pop it out a little bit. Maybe. There we go. Okay, then doing it that way, you already have the 2 pieces together. There's no need to try to glue that little piece of paper onto that J. Then you just put adhesive on the back, and the foam, when you run it through, it does flatten down a little bit, but after a little while, it puffs back up. Like this was flattened like that when I first cut it, and it's puffed back up. I know some people use that and do 2 or 3 layers. I just wanted a little bit of dimension tonight though. Okay. Now, the ornaments I also did 2 different ways. This ornament, I cut out the foam and the blue piece, and then I left all the little inside pieces in there, give it a soft kind of fuzzy look. And I did that on the slimline card. On the A2 card, I popped all of these pieces out so that it's hollow in the center. Kind of like that. Should have popped all these out and just left one in there to show you, huh? Although they don't come out that hard. It's easier than I thought it was going to be. It's kind of fun. And it saves on all my pop dots, and especially when you have the intricate pieces like this right here. How would you ever get a pop dot on that? And I wouldn't want to waste my pop dots and put a whole piece of pop dot through the machine, now would I? Okay. 2 more pieces. There we go. Just like that. And then I put my ornaments on first on these 2 cards because this is a big ornament. You kind of want it right in the center as a nice centerpiece. And I liked the variation in size, how much bigger this was than my letters. If you don't like that, you're welcome to use, you can use the same ornament that we used on the Noel card to make it a little bit more proportionate. I like the mix though. I do that with my words a lot. I will mix and match my words and have all different sizes. Okay. We're gonna put this right in the center. Actually, I was gonna try something on this card, wasn't I? I was gonna put it this way and just to mix it up a little bit. We'll experiment. Oh, and see, that's what I said. I always put it on there and decide, nope, that's not where I want it. Then I have to move it up because I didn't leave enough room for my Y. You get the idea. Do it like that, but put your ornament in the right place the first time. Okay, there's one. Now, let's do our, where did my Y go? There's my Y, way over there hiding. You leave the little pieces in there, it's a little easier to get the glue on. You don't have to go around all those fine pieces. Okay. Should I switch this card up too, or should I leave it? Switch it up, you said? Okay, thank you. So this one we will put the ornament right in the center. And then put the J about that far apart, I think. Looks good. And then I did these white on white because I wanted the ornament to really stand out and nothing else. Right about there. Now down a little bit. I don't know why I'm talking to you guys like you can actually answer me. Would somebody please answer me? Maybe I should attempt my hand at lives again. Okay, there you are. Now you have many different variations on the same concept. We have our Joy and our Noel. Our Joy in two different, should have switched the Noel up too. Why didn't you tell me that earlier? Okay, that is it for night 17 of the 25 Dies of Christmas. Thank you for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and we will see you tomorrow night for night 18. Thank you.